Hola everyone, vámonos. Let's learn about parabolas. We're going to see what it is that you know, what you remember, what you think you'll know about the about how transformations work for moving the vertex around, and how to make an A pattern. Use your step pattern, I'm sorry, based on your A value to graph it lightning quick. So here we got an equation. Have a look at it. Figure out where your vertex goes. What are the transformations? And graphy. So the negative sign means it's reflected in the x-axis. The 2 means it's stretched by a factor of 2. Translated 4 units. Now, the negative sign would suggest it's to the left. We've got to remember to change that sign. So it's actually right. I tend to put those two together because I really don't like writing out that word translated over and over and over again. It's such a long and boring word. Now, putting you listen to practice. Our vertex is at 4, 7. So we put a little graph there. Wow, that is a horrible vertex. Our values is 2, so it means we're going instead of 1, 3, 5, 7, the step pattern. We're going -2, -6, -10, and I'm not going to have enough room for -14, but there it is. -2. Oh, I'm not so accurate. 5, 6. So there and there. And I already know I don't have 10 on there. So I'm going to graph what I do have. Remember, curve. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes when we're graphing this is that people want to make it 2 lines. So it's either a V or an upside down V. It's supposed to be an N or a U. Okay, there are reasons why I chose those letters. Okay, we are going to learn how to create equations based on various sources of information. Okay, now the standard form is always y equals ax minus h plus k. So we're going to look at it. Reflected. So we know we have a negative a, and it's translated up, plus 7. So our equation is y equals negative x squared plus 7. So I don't really care. I don't really care that it's vertically compressed. I do care about this. And left means it's in the brackets. Left would be negative, so it's got to be a plus 3. So putting that together, doesn't go up and down, so it just stays blank like that. And you don't actually have to write this stuff out. You can just jump right to the equation. Two units to the right, so that makes it negative, and 3 units up. Okay, so the first two I just showed how I was picking out the information from the text in order to make my equation. You are welcome to just jump right to what the equation is if you are comfortable and capable. Okay, so reflected in the x-axis, y equals negative something, 1/2. Well, I think this is just the last question over again. I translated 3 units to the right, so right is positive, which means I want to go negative, negative -1. Neat. I think I did everything the same except for one value. Oh, I guess I changed a few things. Okay, look at me go. Now, I did show you, and I want you to calculate A. I did show you that you could use your step pattern. Problem is that this is not accurate to do it this way. Wow, I am not writing well today at all. So we start with our vertex. In this case, it's -4, so we got to change that sign. -3, and then we're going to pick another point. Um, this one here looks like it's on the grid lines. Grid lines are always the suggestion. So that would be 5 equals A -2 plus 4. So the first one I'm going to go through step by step. Second one, I'm going to expect you guys to follow along using your superior algebra skills. Okay, so if you haven't already, give it a shot. For no real reason, I'm going to choose this point, other than it's on a grid line and doesn't have any negative values. Oops, that should be a 1, which makes you a 3. Okay, so +5, so that's -4 equals A. And the nice thing about this is that I can double check my answer. So the first thing I did is that as soon as I saw it was A equals -1, I looked at my graph and went over 1, down 1. That makes sense. Over here, it was a little harder to tell. So over 1, up 2. And it looks about right, except that for whatever reason, that line didn't come through when I scanned this, when I put it in. Don't know why. Um, but at the end of the day, how do I know that it's exactly 1? How do I know that it's exactly 2? And the answer is I don't, which is exactly why I want you to get in the habit of calculating these things, even though you could get them off the graph. Now, this one's a little harder. I gotta look to see where the vertex is. And it looks like that one's my vertex. And the easiest way to tell is start looking for those repeated values. So I've got a -7 on one side, I got a -7 on the other side. I know that that middle value is the axis of symmetry. That is my vertex. I could extend my pattern without doing any math. So I know that if I did x equals 1, y would be -4. X equals 0, y would be 1 because I'm repeating the pattern without stopping to work at it. And it doesn't matter what point you choose. I'm sure many of you will echo this sentiment. I prefer working with positives if I can help it, because I'm less likely, in my case, I'm less likely to make mistakes. In your case, most of you just hate negative signs and wish they would die. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Those are all of our different ways, different sources of information. Um, so head on through and give the homework a try. Like I always say, if you need to, I haven't reminded you, but feel free to give me an email, shoot me a text if you're having any questions with this, and good luck with it, guys.